Hello, and welcome back to The Witness. Let's get around to this. Feels like it's been quite a while since I last played this. I think it's only been like 4 days, but it feels like a very long 4 days. Have time again. So, last time we solved that monstrosity of a puzzle. It was pretty good, actually. I liked it. And now we have to figure out how to get here, presumably. But the problem is this line that I'm currently standing on gets in the way. So, what we want is a path from here to here, which doesn't cross this, but which allows... I think we need a working solution with just the blue line, and then this has to also... So this is a problem, because... if I do this... Right, we haven't solved it. But... if I want to... really, it's this pair of stars that's the problem. Because I need these in sets of 2. But that means these will need to be separated in the final solution. Like this should just go like this. If I could do that, that would work. But this isn't a viable solution. So actually, I think I must have misunderstood this puzzle, because somehow this isn't going to work. Alright, I need to... okay, we're just going all over the place. I could have just looked at it from before, I guess. Alright, there was something I wanted to try. Actually, I think I just thought of a way to subvert the entire process. Nope, never mind. I can't touch this. I was just gonna do a run by and it didn't work. Okay, well, what if I end here? I do that. I can, but then I don't have access to the other side. Okay, is there any way... new thought. I can't do it all in one go. I need to get from here to the other side, and then from here to this side, possibly on this entrance. So leave a path from here to here clear. How can I do that? I think... that's not gonna work. I'm not able to do any of the things I'm trying to do. Because this is now reversed, but I can't get this anywhere. Can't get this anywhere. This is about what I expected. So from that side, maybe looking at this upside down will help me think. The problem really is that I need all of these sets of orange stars separated, and I don't see any way to do that that doesn't touch both sides. Come down this way. I could at least do that, maybe? Okay. Run faster. I don't think this helps me, but I do think I saw a way to do something. We lock that off. How do we lock this off? Okay, we do something like this. This is obviously useless, but it at least allows me to do something, which is a test for how else things can go. From here, if I do this, it shouldn't break anything. Okay, we've opened the door. Now, I doubt that this actually helps us. Yeah, it's not going to let me interact with that because I don't have access to this. So, is there a way that I can end here now? See, this doesn't work because I get 3. Okay, so if I had this star and this star up in there, is there a way? Because then I could do something like this at the end. Thing is, okay, well, we're maybe doing something. Because now I can at the very least do that. Does that help? This blue can never grab this star. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So I have to leave those. Is there any arrangement in which I don't have both of these trapped by this? I think no matter what I do, this star is always going to be affected by this. This star, in theory, if it went out this way, this could then trap it in a different region. But this is always going to be decided by yellow. So I don't really like how this is working. But maybe this will let me do something on the blue side. I mean, there's not all that much I can do with this because these lines can't cross. So that does give me a limited number of manipulations overall. So with this, problem now is that I want that white. Okay, I want the white to be separate because ultimately I want to do something like this. So I think now what I can do is I can do this. That'll be fine. And then I can extend this to include that white. Okay. Yeah, I think that solves it. A little bit hard to see ahead because there's obviously a changing. It changes between attempts, but yeah, this was a good puzzle. Now that that's there, I can do that, and the white and black don't violate. And also, there's no reason to ever be on that side of the room, because I can get out of the mountain from this side. So yeah, I just never touch any of that again. Interesting. I mean, obviously I have two choices. I either go like this, or I do it again going the other way. Okay, so it's just an elevator up and down. How far down does this thing go? I mean, that last room did kind of have the feel of a final puzzle, so we'll see if there's a final puzzle. But, yeah, there's something here. I don't immediately see an exit. So, is there any... Can I have an angle where I can see multiple boards? Okay, doesn't look like symmetry is going on here. So is this just a matter of solving these any way I want? I mean... It's not going to be too hard. Okay. Interesting. That tells me that that needs to be probably the shape for this one. Hmm. Maybe not. Well, no, it would. It would have to be, because you can't satisfy... the 3. So unless we do something like this... Because this 3... we can never do that. Okay, so I think I see what's going on here. I am deciding the correction dots, or whatever you call those, are removing one of the two parts of this puzzle, and then I get to decide what my constraints actually are. So with this constraint, I don't think this constraint is ever possible because of symmetry. Hold on. No. I was saying I could merge some of these shapes together maybe. But even then, this going across by 3 means that this side and this side will necessarily come into conflict. So we don't want 3, we want it to be the 4. So it has to be this shape. Process of elimination. That makes things easier. Alright, on this side. Well, that one is a shape that's doable combined with the other. So can I combine these two? Make the same shape? I can, and I think it's already in a good position for it. Okay, I think this is actually correct. Um... Okay, something's going on here. Why is this larger grid a 5x5 and not a 4x4? This larger grid was a 4x4. That solution should have worked. Yeah, same rule there. Okay, different idea. When I'm looking at this, it's not this symbol that I'm recreating, it's this symbol. That makes sense. So I no longer have a rotation here. I, in fact, have strictly this 4. Which is a little bit awkward. Is there a way I can test that? If I do the 4, and then I do that, I've got this shape satisfied? Yes. Okay, need to test something real quick. Rotations do not work, okay. Well, I think that still means that this is the shape I want here. Alright, this is kind of a mess then. Because these are so big. And I think because of the way the error drops work, I can't do something where I'm combining these two together and having it be satisfied. So... Okay, so I think... I probably want this to be correct. Although that gives me the question. How would I possibly build this shape? I don't think I can. I don't think it's actually possible to get this shape. Because without rotation, it has to be in this position, which is only possible if I do that, which then blocks me off from the entrance. So no, this has to be that shape. Okay, well, that's two of these that I think I've narrowed down completely. This one, is it possible to do this shape? Same issue? No, this one is pretty easy. Okay. So that one could be either. And I'm assuming this one can be either because they're rotatable. So, I mean, I can do all sorts of things with this. This is a mess. Alright. So I do think these two are more or less final. Problem then is that I don't have enough space to build all of these shapes. Yeah, because I can't. I really don't have a lot of space here. It makes the most sense to kind of build up from the bottom. Okay, that was interesting. It didn't accept this. Okay, if I do that, what happens? Then it wants the whole thing. I see. Does that mean I don't need to solve this anymore? I'll be a little bit upset if this works. Okay, good. Right, because that wasn't a solution. However, the fact that this doesn't work, I get my 2x2, but it's not good enough. I do this. Yes, that is good enough. I'm leaving a 2x2 that's not good enough. It has to be isolated. Okay, this is kind of ridiculous, the amount of constraints on this one. So this box has to be one of these 4 boxes in the end. Which almost certainly means we want the bottom left corner here, because I can't imagine anything else. And we've already determined we can't do the 3 lines across. That's just not doable. But if we're forced to do that as the start, I mean, that means that the starting move is that. And there's no, like, we can do this. That'll be fine. With this, if I'm in that shape. But there's no way to make that work with the other two. I feel like I'm making a bad assumption here somewhere. We've got those 2 to work. But because this is symmetrical, there's no way like, I need this to be a square, which isn't possible for several reasons. Now, I could do this. What shape is that going to require now? Will that be satisfied with a square? Ah, well, it wasn't satisfied at all. Right. Right, and there's no way to make this a square shape with it being satisfied. Because these are too big to be a square shape. And to satisfy one of them, because they're next to each other, even if I make a square like this, right, there's no way to close off the other one. Because these being next to each other is saying what is it saying? I can't split them by doing that. Okay, what does that do? It's still the 4 as expected. Okay. There has to be a mechanic involving combining these together in a way that I'm not seeing. Okay, if we had this as the 4, and this like this as 4, and then we built the central shape to contain everything. I don't even know if this is possible to work. But could I build something symmetrical out of that? First of all, I want the other one. Because now what I'm thinking, if I do that, no. I do... Hmm. If I do something like this, with these inside of it, maybe I need to get out the art program again. So I'm thinking now, 4 here, 4 like this like this, and this go like that. Hold on. Okay, let's back up again. We have 4. Here this can be, well, it's in this shape, so this 4. Not the rotations I want. Because that one's good. Yeah, 4, 4. This one goes here. But then in order to get it symmetrical, we need another 4. So that doesn't work. And this is all built on the assumption that I'm able to combine these together. I haven't even been able to test that. Right, we determined we can't do the 4 here, which is something I just decided I wanted to do. Never mind. Okay, so that's forced to be that. So this one I do get a choice. That combines with that much nicer, because that lets me create a 2x3. Here, I don't like this because I'm making an assumption that might not even be true, which means that even if I solve what I'm trying to solve, it might not get me where I need to go. Okay, so those... So now, it's something like that, right? So those two at the top now make that little 2x3 box. So I just need a symmetrical shape from the bottom part here that contains both of these while being symmetrical. And the problem is 4 and 4 is 8, which means I can't rely on these middle squares. Now, if I'm combining them like this, I could actually do the 3. But then the question is, so if I do something like this, I've now got the 3 at the bottom there. But I don't have the bottom two white boxes inside the shape. Which is why I really wanted the 4 on this side. But this one wasn't possible to do the 4. This shape, I need to do that. Or I need to do that. Either of which is possible. That leaves me with that as the only possible solution here. Okay, so let's count squares. 4, 8, 11, 14. That means I have an even number. Which means that for what I'm trying to do, I need to use an even number of these 5 squares. That's impossible. Because I have to use all of them. Because of symmetry. I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay. So that tells me that I'm actually using this then on this solution. Seven, 10, 13. That is possible to build. Because of symmetry, we're gonna have 5 in the center. Now, how do I make this shape into something sensible? This one is kind of awkward to use. This one is really awkward to use, but I can rotate it any way I want, really. Rotate and mirror. So with these shapes, and then this one I can flip, I think, if I need to as well. So the problem that I'm having is getting something symmetrical that includes this. Okay, let's look at this again. With that shape. So now, if I did something like 3 across, maybe having a 3 wide is better. If I had 3 wide, well, the thing is, I need to use all 5 of these at some point. Okay, so if I go 3 here, 3 here, like this, and like this, that is symmetrical. Then I can just run up like that. Problem is, I need this to rotate, and I need this. What's my other option here? That. Has to be this shape. This is the one I don't like. Okay, so we go 1, 2. Shoot, this actually... Unfortunately, doesn't work because I don't have these in it. Okay, well, what I'm thinking... is that buildable? This shape? Okay. 3 across, 3 up like this, there and there. Yeah, okay, that does build it. Okay. Well, I guess it works. I didn't quite see how these patterns went together until I just tried it, and then it worked. And yeah, you can add them together, which I guess had to be... I guess I could sort of get to this solution eventually just through the process of elimination. Like figuring out... Like making the assumption that I was merging things together, then necessitated that this be the 3. Just because of the even-odd problem. I don't know. That one was... uncomfortable. Interesting. No symmetry? Am I on a timer? That's kind of unnecessary. Oh, and it's a different puzzle each time. Well, Okay, at least they weren't hard. Didn't that work? Okay, we're gonna cut it off. Cut it off. Cut it off. I have an endpoint? I do. Okay, so it looks like 8 puzzles here. There's nothing here. Interesting. Nothing on the back at all. So it's just a matter of finding a way to merge these together. I can't go down the middle. If I do this, are these in the same? Technically they are. Okay. Well, I mean... These don't seem to be that hard. It's just kind of this weird wrapping mechanic. Like this one, for example. Okay, the mouse is, as always, a little bit weird here. But yeah, we do that. And then this one... Interesting. I mean, I can just go over and do that, right? Yeah. Okay, more dots, but bigger, and I get to choose where I start from. Does it even matter? I think I can't start from there. I have to start on this side. possible ending spot. Hmm. I think I'm forced to go there. Yeah, okay, so this isn't good. Do this first. Also not good, okay. Forced to do this first. Means I'm forced to do all this stuff. Okay, so something didn't work. Something didn't work. Now this one's a problem. So the reason I'm not starting going this way is because from here I have to do that. Which, I mean, I guess does actually work. Does it? No, because from here I have to go down and I have to go up simultaneously, which doesn't work. So the only way this is possible is to come in from here and do that. So I am confident, yeah, that I have to do something like this. But then it's already got an impossibility here. Why is this one causing so much trouble? They're giving us 3 options for where to start from. If we start from here, obviously we have to go up. Have to do this. We then have to go up, but we also have to go down. So we cannot start from here. And yeah, starting from here and going left is just makes that impossible. Which means that we're exiting in this side, so it shouldn't matter if I start here or here. In this situation, if I go up, I have to go to the right. If I go up, I have to go to the right. If I go up, I have to go to the right. If I go up, I have to go to the left. I have to go left. Have to go down. Have to go left. And now we're at an impossibility. Okay, so that is not correct. So the only thing I haven't exhaustively tested is going left from the start. So if we try going left like this, I could grab both of those. I could grab both of those on the way through. And that would do it. Okay. Start here, go left, but we do the same thing I just did, but then start with that motion. Okay. I don't want to do more dots. Let's just get it over with. There are only 2 possible starting spots. Okay, that one was trivial. Assuming I'm gonna need... Like, these aren't supposed to be hard, I was just tripped up by that one. I'm assuming I'm going to need to do the other power. Yeah, so I've accessed something. Is there more than one start here? No. Endpoint is at the bottom. Interesting. Okay, let's... Oh, there's an endpoint at the top as well. Oh, symmetry, of course. Oh boy. Are we black on the inside? We are. I don't remember where the orange star is. Okay, I did get it. So presumably it didn't matter the order I did those in. I think we would have gotten this thing up first. Alright, that was the witness, I guess. Now we're just in a floating casket and my viewpoint is kind of locked. So I guess we're supposed to look out the front. Interesting. Alright, so there were more lasers. I could hook up here. There are still 3 areas I think I haven't done.
A bubble in a stream.
There's the bamboo forest. There's a puzzle type apparently I missed the start to there. And yeah, so from comments I've been told that. There's something I missed there. There's the town I never did, which was like the mix of everything else. There's, well, maybe we'll see all the places. There's the swamp. We finished this one. Okay, lasers are going down. Now our floating box seems to have disintegrated and now we're just floating randomly. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Treehouse. We never finished. which I think I'm basically done this zone. Yeah, there's the laser there, the yellow box. I just needed to find a shorter path from that one timer.
A flash of lightning in a summer cloud.
A flash of lightning in a summer cloud.
Then there's the town or the castle. The castle. I never solved this. Because there's that one hedge maze that I really wasn't enjoying. And then I think I still didn't understand how the white and black squares worked, which is why I couldn't do the other side. Yeah, that maze there. That's one I might just look up the solution for, because I don't really feel like doing that again. I really don't. I can look at it, I guess. Here we've got the shadows in the forest here. Okay, section. I've got the quarry over to the right, and maybe we'll go back there.
A flickering lamp. A flickering lamp.
Flickering lamp.
So, yeah, the town area here I never actually solved. I didn't try to solve it because I didn't know what some of the symbols meant. Desert, yes. The place. Spent way too long there. Symmetry down there was okay. The tree puzzles didn't actually serve any purpose at all aside from also being in the town. But I didn't get anything from doing them. The trees with the apples. Interesting. Do I get extra little bits of dialogue for each laser that I finish? Is that what's going on here? Like, to be perfectly honest, I enjoyed...
A phantom.
I enjoyed that final section of the game. And I feel like I might be better off just stopping this game at a point where I enjoyed it. Because there were a lot of things about this game I did not enjoy. So there is still the one puzzle type. Apparently there's a whole puzzle type I never saw in the bamboo forest. I could try to finish the treehouse. I could try to finish the castle. I really don't want to do the castle. Edge maze part, at least. What else was there? There's the town, which might be okay, now that I know what almost all of the puzzle types are. So I could do one more episode trying to fix it. Oh, and then the game just force quits. Excellent. Force quits back at the start. So I guess we're in a loop, and we just get to play the same game over and over again. I don't know. I'll think about it, and I guess I'll see what people have to say about it. But my inclination at this point is honestly just to be done with the game because it did end in a way that I was satisfied with. And I feel like revisiting this game again is only likely to get me more frustrated with the stuff that I wasn't enjoying. But I will look at the comments and see what other people have to say about that. If you really think it's worth me checking out that one puzzle type that I missed, I could do that. I could try to finish the treehouse because I was very close to that. So I could go back there. Yeah, castle and town, I don't know. That's where I'm at. Some good, some bad. I generally prefer my puzzles to let me know what the puzzle was. Like that one mirrored puzzle where I was adding the shapes together. It was just a guess that would work, and then it did end up happening to work. Which again, I don't like I don't like the guess and check method for my puzzles. Like, is the thing I'm trying to do even a thing that is acceptable? So anyway, yeah, that was The Witness. Possibly one more episode after this. I don't know. I'm inclined not, but I'll see what you have to say. If not, I have a bunch of other puzzle games lined up as well, so starting one of those soon regardless. I will see you then.